happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Am I feeling better? Yes. Do I still have a cold? Also, yes, unfortunately. A little still congested. Our weather here has been drunk. I marched in the snow and now it's 85 degrees outside. But we're going to have fun. We're still celebrating St. Patrick's Day. It is still March. Let me know what you guys have poured in your glass this Sunday. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. We got Kilco Whiskey Musings. Cheers to you, Kilco. Sugar Kitty. Cheers, Sugar Kitty. Hope you're doing well. James Morgan. Cheers to you, James. We got cheers and starting with a redacted. That is an excellent pour. I don't blame you at all there. And we have our guest backstage. We've got Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiast. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you guys. I did get your email. I'll get a hold of you, and we definitely need to get together and exchange some blind flights. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right. So I don't want to take up too much of this gentleman's time. He is very busy. So please help me welcome my special guest, Jason from the Mash and Drum.
Stacy, we are back.
Thank you once again for joining me on St. Patrick's Day. You're like you're kind of like one of my official St. Patrick's Day month of March guests now.
I mean, selfishly, it's because you send me amazing whiskeys usually on St. Patty's Day. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty amazing. But yeah, great to see you. Great to see you again. I do catch your live streams when I can on Sundays. But I was glad that I've kind of finished this. I had a big bout of traveling the last couple months. It's been a lot of back and forth, and it's nice that I'm going to be home for a little while and just be able to chill out. So it'll be good.
So I sent you a blind flight. If you are a paid Patreon member, you have access to the answer key of the whiskeys that Jason's going to be drinking. And I know a couple people in chat actually do have a couple of these. I don't know if he's in chat yet. I haven't seen one of them, but there are a couple that usually join my chat that would have access to a couple of these. I also sent another sample that these guys know that I'm kind of notorious for sliding into a blind flight. And if I remember correctly, both Kelsey and Jeffrey Wack did not pick it as the not Irish sample that I sent them. So that hats off to Talnua for embracing, Irish whiskey to the point that they can trick people in a blind flight into thinking it's Irish. But I sent Jason a sample of Talnua Old Saints Keep. So the one I sent you, they release every year on St. Patrick's Day. Every year it's a little different. I'm super excited because I already got my 26 bottle. My friend in Colorado is sending it to me. That one was a 2025, and I know it was finished in casks that had PX Sherry and a Solera brandy from like the 1930s. It was something crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was one of probably my all-time favorites of the Old Saints.
Should I try that? Should I try that now or should I wait?
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah.
You can go ahead.
All right. You just said that. I was like, oh, that piqued my interest.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, the year before that, they did one that was a dry red wine. The year before that, I think it was cognac, and that one was like Bananas Foster. This year, they did something unique in that they have like 6 casks from local distilleries, and I think there was even a meadery in there, and they finished it in all 6. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to go. I'm excited to try that one. This last year, the 2025, I can see why they won an award because it's been one of my favorites. It's been really, really good.
Man, if you could somehow put a candy coating on a pot still, that's what this smells like. Because you really get a lot of pot still character in here, which I do not mind. But man, it's so. When I first poured it, I was like getting like the. I felt like I was getting the White Dog a little bit, like it was coming off a little youthful. Yeah. But man, the more this just kept. I mean, I literally just poured it, and it's like evaporating into like this candy sweet, spicy pot still note, which is really nice.
Yeah, and it's really sweet. I really like it. They typically do those at, I think they're around 4.5 years old. Each one of those releases, and for people who don't know about Talnua, Patrick and Megan Miller, just the nicest people who own the distillery. They went over to Ireland. They were sitting in pubs in Galway. They were drinking Redbreast single pot still, fell in love with it, decided that's the distillery that they wanted to create. So they follow the Irish technical file for single pot still whiskey. They just do it in Colorado. So it's 50% malted barley, 50% unmalted barley. They are actually also doing a cool experiment with Boann Distillery in Ireland, where they took one of Boann's mash bills and they distilled it in Colorado, and then Boann distilled it in Ireland. They're aging them to see exactly how the climate affects the whiskey. So they had like some of Boann's casks, and they had to actually do extras because the angel share is so different in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Boann
For
had some
sure.
of their casks. So they're
Mhm.
trying to see exactly the exact same mash bill, how climate affects it. And
Gosh,
when that comes out, that's cool.
that's really delicious. It's like it's delicate. It's delicate, but it's really deep at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I don't get like that youthful characteristic I was picking up on the nose. It's like it's on the palate ever so slightly, but the pot still spice from the front and mid palate, it just glides into like this syrupy sweet, like juicy fruit gum, borderline peachy type of vibe. And then I feel like I get, did you say PX?
Yeah, it's PX. I get a
Yeah,
little tough.
because it like finishes with like this grapiness that it has, which is really incredible.
That might be, it could be the brandy too, because it's
Oh,
been,
that's right, brandy. That's
yeah, they
probably
had a
what it is.
cask,
It's the brandy, yeah.
yeah, that was seasoned with that 1930s brandy, and then had a PX.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the brandy. The brandy totally makes it.
yeah,
And the brandy actually gives it, yeah, it gives it like a, you know how like old brandy almost has like this, it's kind of like the, you know what they talk about in Armagnac with Rancio, where it almost gets a little
yeah,
bit like, it almost gets a little nutty to
yeah.
a point, like
I get
this.
almost like a little graphite.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
that's it. It's just something very almost funky about it, almost mineralistic, which
yeah.
is really interesting. That's so. How old is this? 4.5?
I think it's like 4.5. Yeah,
Oh my
but they're
god.
never older than 5 years. They're
Yeah,
doing
I don't know if I would peg this as as an Irish whiskey though. I would probably guess Scotch, maybe.
I think it because it comes off as malty,
Yeah, yeah,
but to me, it's just it comes off very Colorado because I'm like you could Stranahan's. It's kind of the same way with me. It's that
yeah.
Colorado malted barley.
Yeah, now if this had like that, obviously it's because it's got that seasoned brandy cask, but I always associate like apple cinnamon with Stranahan's and maltiness. Sometimes a little chocolate too. If I got like apple cinnamon chocolate, I'd probably maybe guess Stranahan's, but this is really nice.
Nothing like a cannoli on St. Patrick's. Oh yeah, there's Tom D. Hey Tom.
Hey,
Yep,
what's up,
Tom
Tom?
has 2, 4, and 5. If he doesn't like 5, kick him to the curb.
2, 4 is so it was wait, it's 2, 4. That's what he has, 2, 4, and
Yeah,
5.
he has 2, 4, and 5.
Got it. No, 5. I mean, that's freaking delicious. That's crazy good.
Yeah.
It's also very
I
super
like that.
crushable. That's good.
Yeah, that is so they launched that in 2020 was the first one. I ended up getting the 2021, and I've had every one subsequent. So that is one of my official St. Patrick's Day pours every year, so I had to share that with you.
Well, that is very cool to share. That's really delicious. I mean, and damn.
They have a great distillery. They're super nice people out there.
Yeah, I'll think I'm going to be actually out in Colorado at some point this year. I'm going to have to go visit.
They're in Arvada. It's just slightly west of downtown.
Okay. When you say downtown Denver?
Yeah, downtown Denver.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just west of downtown Denver.
I like it a lot. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I have sent Jason 5 blind samples. The only thing I typically ask is for you to, at the end of the flight, rank them from your least favorite to your favorite. Now, if you
Okay.
also want to try year, how old they are, if you want to try ABV, you can write that down too. But that's the only thing I really.
All right. I put my pen away, but I'll get it back out. All right.
I know normally I tell you what you're drinking. This time I didn't.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she just has them numbered. I guess we're doing these blind, which is kind of fun. And normally, you're normally pouring some crazy Irish stuff I've never had before. So to actually,
You've never had any of these.
yeah, I would never probably guess, but I'll definitely tell you. I would definitely like to guess age because I think age in Irish whiskey could be sneaky to try and guess depending on the finishes. Also, which ones are adhering more oak to the profile, which ones maybe less oak, maybe more malty. I think it can get a little bit tricky here and there, but also obviously which one I like more than the other one. And
age has been the thing to stump everybody. ABV, I think people have done pretty well on ABV, but age
Yeah.
has stumped people pretty
Yeah, age is tough on Irish whiskey, and I'll admit, it's like it's tough. Oh, actually, before we get started, I picked up the I just ran to the store and I was like looking for something today. Just I like to do like a what's on the shelf Wednesday on my live stream, so I was just like looking for a bottle to grab, and
Mhm.
I turned around, I was like, oh crap, that Redbreast Muscatel came out.
Yeah.
So I grabbed it. It was $109. I was like, ugh. I'm like, I hope I like this, but we'll see. What do you think about it?
It's good. I mean, it's not PX good. It's not like that level good, but it's
Okay.
good. It's sweet. I get like a lot of honeycomb, like orange. I get butterscotch on it, a lot of vanilla.
Well, if there's
It's got
butterscotch on it, I might be happy then.
it's a little bit of a little bit of spice. It's not it's I kind of compared him to PX and Lesto. It's not as spicy as Lesto and it's not as sweet as PX.
Okay.
It's better than Tawny Port. Thank God.
Okay, well that's a plus because yeah, I wasn't too crazy about the Tawny Port at all. I did like the PX a lot. So okay, we'll see. That has a
you'll have to try batch two.
Yeah, if that's the baseline, then yeah, then we're in good shape. So
well, and I compared it. I had batch 2 of the PX. Now batch 2 of the PX is a lot more PX. It comes off to me a lot sweeter, more like syrupy than the first one did.
do you think it's overdone?
It's right there being over.
It's right. It's borderline.
Yeah. Am I still going to drink it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But
PX Sherry is delicious, so it's fine. But
it's right there. It's
yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
Eric actually likes the Tawny Port.
Yeah, I wasn't. So the Tawny Port for me at first wasn't bad, but I started getting. I don't know if it's something that's happening to my palate. I just think as I get older, like I'm picking port finishes for me. I'm starting to pick up the sulfur more and more easily, and it's driving me nuts because I do like port finished whiskeys, but I really do get that sulfur note. I don't know if I'm becoming more sensitive to it, but it kind of ruins the experience. It's like, you're tasting port, you're getting the sweet, then all of a sudden I'm getting this little lighted match note, like on the end, which I mean sometimes isn't terrible, but I don't know.
I just didn't think it really came across that well. I mean, if I'm going for a port whiskey, I'm probably going for like one of these Liberators.
Yeah.
Where they're fresh, good quality port casks. So I mean, and the port really comes through on those. I just thought it was meh. It was the same as like Kentucky Oak. I wasn't real impressed with that.
Yeah,
one.
I was not a big fan of Kentucky Oak. The only thing I liked in the Kentucky Oak was the spice profile. Other than that, I thought it was kind of bland.
Yeah, the Missouri was way better.
Oh, for sure.
Way better.
Yep.
So it's better than Tawny Port. It's good. It's not bad. You definitely are gonna have to like a sweeter whiskey. It is on a little on the sweeter side.
Avalon Soloist Port Cask. Yeah, Peter White. Anything.
Oh yeah.
Anything Cavalon. I am. Here's the sad thing though. I haven't come across a Cavalon in a long time. I think I just have to buy them online. But I love those. I just love them so much.
I know we don't get them here anymore. It seems like they're cutting out a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, they're just kind of, well, I mean, it wasn't selling here. So now when I have to go to other states to find them, or I have to, buy them online. So.
Oh yeah, there's some. Yeah, Louise does have some cask of a 30 to 35 year Bushmills that are dropping in ABV. She may start blending them soon. She had some 28-year Cooley too.
Oh, that's my jam.
Yep. She puts that in the Gale, her blend of the Gale.
Old Cooley. Oh my God. That's why I love those. Like, that's why I love those sourced Teeling casks. Like one of my favorite releases ever that Teeling did was that single cask. It was a 14, 15, or I think it was a 15-year, the chestnut cask. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I love that. I love that release. It was so good. So.
All right. Hey, Ben.
Let's get into this.
All right. So sample 1.
Okay. Great color, by the way, on this.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous color. So I've sent you a nice combination. You have some single pot still in here. You've got some single malts. You've got some blends. Diego says, I love Bushmills. Yeah, I'm a big Bushmills fan myself, actually. And I know everybody loves Cooley. I kind of prefer Bushmills.
I mean, I think Bushmills has some very sneaky, great, just solid bottles on the market.
Yeah.
That get overlooked.
I think also it's because it's so hard now to find a good bottle of Cooley because the malt that's out there, some of it isn't great, but it's because it's older Cooley malt that people are still buying it and putting out. But
yeah, but I feel like the older Cooley was like just a different level of aged Irish.
Now the big thing is the Cooley single grain. People are putting out
Oh,
the older Cooley single grains, and it's really good.
hey, what's up, Bourbon? This is pretty fruit forward to me. I'm guessing this is going to have some sort of wine finish on it.
I get a lot of fruit and oak on this.
A lot of fruit. But I'm not getting like that typical it's a darker fruit to me. It's not coming off like apple, pear, or even
Oh,
some
yeah.
of like that more the tropical notes that I tend to get sometimes in single malt. This is a little bit darker.
Yeah, more stone fruit.
Yes, more stone fruit for sure. If it is an apple, it's like a juicy red apple.
Doesn't saying a single grain is good put your malt cart at risk. Hey, Drift and Drams.
I mean, that is a thing. I mean, single grains were not really. I remember when I was first getting into whiskey and just learning about Irish whiskey, single grain seemed to be the redheaded stepchild.
They still kind of are. You're starting to see them more. Still the vast majority of the time that you're going to experience grain Irish whiskey is in a blend. But there are still more and more out there now. JJ Corey has some. Um, Copeland, they released a really good one.
Yeah.
So you see them out there. Two Stacks has a few of them that are really good single grains.
The best part of this
Hmm.
the best part of this pour is the spice. I love the spiciness of it.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm guessing that's some really good. I'm guessing that's a pot still. That's a really good spice on that. Really good spice profile. The sweetness is there from whatever finish is there. I'm just trying to like wrap my head around which finish that is. I'm getting like a slight bitterness. I'm thinking,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's sherry, but I think it is I think it's a wine of some sort. I'm getting a little twinge of like a grape on there. I am getting some stone fruit.
Yeah.
Love the spice. The spice is the best part. It's from front to back. I don't think the proof is high though, but I do think the spice factor makes me think it's higher than it is. It's good though.
I like the oakiness on this one too.
Yeah, the very very end gives you a
Yeah, you
nice
get a
little
little
oak
bit of oak.
profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said single pot still. What do you think the proof is?
Take one more sip here. Yeah, I'm definitely guessing wine finish. It's giving me like a white wine type of profile to it. Um, I'm gonna guess on that one. I'll say 100 proof.
100?
Yeah, about 100. It if I'm under, I wouldn't be surprised. But that spice, I don't know. That spice makes me think it's higher, but I'm not sure if that's just messing with me. So they are the column stilled single grain is where the metal
No.
I know comes from
Yeah,
the
I don't know
barrels.
that. I don't know that I agree there, OH, because I've got some just single grains, straight single grain whiskeys that don't have that metal note at all. But that you could be right. Maybe it just doesn't come across on those. And I've got a couple from Two Stacks. Oh yeah, there's Eric. Yeah, the one from Two Stacks is very good. And actually, then I have that one that's finished in a rye cask as well.
I think I've tried that one, the two stacks rye finish.
The rye finish one,
Yeah, I think so.
I enjoy that one. I like that one.
All right.
All right, number 2.
Oh, now we're talking, Stacy.
So a little bit still dark in color, just doesn't have a little bit of a rosy kind of hue to it.
It's weird. It's what's that note? It's yeah, it's definitely floral, but also it's is it like a lemon bar I'm picking up in this? It's almost like this citrusy. It's like a very sweet lemon bar.
I do get a little lemon on this one. I also get kind of like hot fudge, like you go to Dairy Queen and get like hot fudge on a Sunday.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, that fudgy chocolate.
Yeah. Not like the real, like, good quality chocolate, but just like
That's
the
pretty amazing. Yeah, I don't know if my head would have went there. That's interesting. Okay. Because I'm so like fascinated by the rose lemon bar combination. Like my head was not going to chocolate.
I don't get the rose, but I do get the lemon on this one.
Well, I don't even know if it's rose. I just think it's more like I'm just getting like a floral
Like a
component.
floral
I'm
note?
just yeah, it's like a floral note. I like the nose though. There's also like a very like rich toffee note on here too.
Yeah.
There's something very inherently sweet.
Yeah, it's a very desserty kind of note.
Yeah, very very desserty. Almost like an ice wine type of thing.
Oh, cheers, Declan. Cheers to you over in Ireland, but too late tonight. Hello, everyone. Yeah, us and our time change have to kind of screw everything
Oh.
up for you guys.
Well, that's very different.
Declan, you've probably had a couple of these pours. Totally not what you thought when you nosed this.
Nope. This totally has annihilated my brain cells. Is there a smokiness to this?
I don't know if I get a smoky. I get coffee on it.
Maybe that's what it is. Like there's something bitter. I'm picking
Yeah,
up. I'm going through I'm picking up like as a bitter smoke note almost.
Yeah, I'm getting like a coffee.
I can see like a bitter coffee bean for sure.
Yeah, like coffee bean. Yeah, like an espresso bean.
Yep.
I like a chocolate covered espresso bean.
That is dark. That bitter chocolate note is really delicious, but I don't know, it's coming off almost like a little bit of a smoked chocolate note. I'm digging this. Hey, what's up, Giselle's?
Hey, Jay. We had the opportunity to visit this distillery when we were over there a little over a year ago, and just absolutely fell in love with them and what they're doing. And this has been one of my favorites that they've released.
It finishes like a stout beer, which I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
It finishes like a stout beer. It's got this chocolate, malty, coffee, smoky. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
I like the darkness of this. I like how, man, that's good.
This is one I have to consciously not keep going to because I can't get it again.
Like you have to like hide this from yourself type of whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah. Put things in front of it so I don't grab it. Yeah.
Oh, that feels more higher proof to me. That feels more like a 115-ish type of. But yeah, man, I don't even know. Is that finished or is it just the type of malt that they're using? It's very spicy. That actually might be more than 115. That could be like a 120 type of, because now the more I sip it, it's really staying.
Oh, thank you, Gandy.
Hey, what's up, Gandy Road? Declan Gundy's here. What's going on, fellas? James Morgan. Yeah, that's a big whiskey. Big proof, big flavor. Love the chocolate, stouty vibes. Is this some kind of like cast strength finished with like it literally feels like it was finished in a stout cask, or it was made with like a chocolate malt, like a roasted malt. That's what it feels like. Just gonna write all this.
Whiskey doesn't come in cast strength. That's crazy talk.
What's that?
I said Irish whiskey doesn't come in cast strength. That's crazy talk.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I even have one that's actually I think 132 proof. I think is the highest one I have.
Yeah, that one's hot. I think that's 120 plus.
Oh yeah, I think I sent you the one that was really hot. I think.
Yeah, you did send me that one.
Yeah, that Peter Shortcross.
I don't think this one's very hot, but I think this is 120 plus. This thing has some. This thing has some nuts to it. Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I really like that one.
That one's gonna be hard to beat. I like that. I love that. I just love that profile. I love that dark malty profile. So yeah, but you have a couple of other dark ones here. These are the ones that freak me out right here. Number 3, because it's super light. And sometimes the super light ones pack the biggest flavor. Yeah. You just never know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different mindset than like in bourbon. Like bourbon, you're getting a dark whiskey. It's either going to be like really oaky or it's just going to be like a complete flavor bomb. Whereas, some Irish whiskeys or even scotches, it could be pretty light, but it could pack a lot of flavor in a light whiskey.
Oh yeah, and I hold the glass up to people like if you do a bourbon finished Irish whiskey, 20 years in a bourbon cask, it's going to come off that light.
Yeah. Yep.
A single grain is very light whiskey.
Oh,
So,
single grain is very light. Yeah.
yeah. So usually when you get in those darker ones, especially like a PX sherry, that's what's going to make the thing look almost like tea.
All right. So this is very light on the nose.
Let's see, everybody's pouring the Kahlua rum and raisin. Sugar Kitty, that's probably going to be my first pour. Although, oh no, you're choosing the. Oh, where are you at? I saw you were pouring the apricot brandy, the 2 stacks apricot brandy. That is a great bottle. And then Sugar Kitty's going to pour the Kahlua rum and raisin.
With Scotch, you can't even be sure
it isn't colored. Well, I mean,
well, yeah, unless they. I mean, I know
Irish like that too. That Jameson that's not the natural color Jameson.
Of which Jameson?
The regular Jameson.
Oh yeah. Regular Jameson. Yeah.
Pretty sure they won't tell you which ones that they use artificial coloring on, but they do admit that they do use artificial coloring.
Again, the nose and palate on number 3 are completely different. It actually was kind of flat on the nose for me.
Yeah,
I was trying to pull some notes here, but the nose comes off. I mean, it's obviously there's some sweetness. I think there's a little bit of yeah. I mean, it kind of comes off a little bourbon-esque with like the vanilla, the caramels.
Yeah, the nose is a little light.
I feel like I'm getting apple here too, but this is more like this is kind of a red delicious apple. Maybe like a honey crisp because there's some honey here too.
Yeah, I do get some honey on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little coconut too.
I get coconut on the palate. That's why it's like that's why I'm messing with my mind from the nose.
The palate of this, I get, those thumbprint cookies with the jam and the toasted coconut.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what this tastes like to me.
The first thing I thought on this one was just like a really good buttery sugar cookie.
Yeah,
I got like that's what this tastes like to me. The more I sip it, I am starting to get maybe a little bit of a jammy flavor to it, but this is to me is just like a straight up sugar cookie. There's also like an effervescence to it. It almost comes off carbonated a little bit, which I really like on the palate. It's almost like bubbly. I'm also starting to get a little banana on here too. You get a little banana on this one?
I don't get banana as much, but yeah, the coconut. I think the coconut's the one off, like different note that I get on.
I get banana. I get banana peel, not like that Laffy Taffy like fake banana.
On the nose or the palate?
The nose, not the palate.
Okay, nose. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see banana on the nose. But you're right, like a banana peel or like a not quite ripe banana.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but then palate is like this combination of coconut, sweet cookie, vanilla, a little bit toasted around the edges type of sugar cookie like your grandma used to make.
Yeah, it's like going to the bakery.
Yeah. It's got like that bakery pro. That's really good. I didn't think I was going to like that off the nose, but I actually dig the palate a lot. Hey, what's up, Donald Rance?
Hi, Donald.
Irish Whiskey Yoda.
Donald, I got to get a hold of you on Discord. I keep forgetting. So me and Donald could do a stream again. Donald came on last year.
Oh my God. You two streaming together as Irish Whiskey Gold.
It was so fun. I hope we didn't ignore chat too much, but it was so fun.
Yeah, that's good. That's just a good pour. Yeah. I would probably go for proof there. I do think it actually drinks a little bit. It definitely has some spice to it. But is it heat or is it spice? I'm probably going to go with man. I feel like it's hanging on. You know what? I'll say 115 on this one.
115?
Yeah, ish.
115-ish.
Do I feel like it's is it finished? Is there something else going on? Is there I'm really not getting any dark fruit, so like nothing is telling me cherry
Mm.
or PX or anything like that. I mean, maybe it's just a straight up ex bourbon, just really good malt.
Oh, thank you, James. I have fun with it. Donald and I have fun.
Yeah, yeah. I like when Donald comes on and drops his Irish whiskey knowledge and how he has such a passion for it. I learned a lot from Donald, so I always appreciate that.
Donald, we definitely have to get to talking. I got a couple new bottles from Two Stacks, and they're historic mash bills from Boan. So I definitely got to get with you to talk.
Oh yeah. All right.
All right, number 4.
Oh, this smells like a bourbon.
Honestly, all of these, I could get stuck in a snowstorm for the weekend, and I would be fine drinking any of
Yes.
these for the weekend.
What's up, Mr. Mom?
Hey, Orlando, how you doing?
Again, I get a little bit of that floral note on here.
I get a little almond on the nose on this one.
Is it too Italian to say cannoli cream? It's like that. It's like that fake cannoli cream though, like where it's a little bit too much almond in it,
Yeah,
like the
like the extract. Yeah.
like the almond extracts. Yeah.
No, I love that though, because that's something I point out in Irish whiskey. I'm like, it's like imitation vanilla, not like the regular vanilla bean. It's like, that imitation vanilla has like a metallic note to it.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm getting more the vanilla than the almond, but I could see the almond for sure now that you said it.
Yeah, I definitely get vanilla on this.
Yeah, this is probably the most vanilla heavy one so far. It's got a lot of, and that's why, like, as soon as I smell it, I'm like, this smells like a bourbon. It's very vanilla. There's caramel, but it's a very light caramel.
Yeah.
Little brown sugar too.
I love the spice on that palate.
Oh yeah. Oh man, so much spice.
Spicy,
all day long.
oaky.
Very much like the first one, where that spice just lingers and it just stays. That's probably the most baking spice heavy, where you can maybe call out like a cinnamon red hot candy almost a little bit on the back end, like a crushed red pepper that just sits and just lingers a little bit.
Yeah, I usually say like atomic fireball, but now you say that it is more like cinnamon red hots.
Yeah. Man, that's delicious. Yeah, the best part of that is the finish. I love the spice of it. That spice is that's awesome.
Hey, Amy. Cheers to you. O'Byrne's Irish Pub. Yeah, that one is oily too. It kind of sticks on the glass. It seems more mouth feels different.
For sure. That's probably the most, I mean, all of these have been different, but this one is the one that's really kind of, there's a very interesting juxtaposition between the spiciness of it, yet how delicate and sweet it is on the front of the palate before it hits like all the spice driven notes on the back end. And like it's a really interesting pour from front to back.
Yeah, you definitely finish with all that spice.
Yeah, the spice is just, it's like real, like just so in your face, especially on the back end. But in the beginning, it kind of drinks a little bourbony. It's just like there's like just a nice like velvety, vanilla, creamy, almost like there's like a tang to it, almost like this cream cheese frosting vibe it has, like on the right in the mid palate, and then it's just spice all the way through.
Yeah. Oh, Tony, cheers to you. Yeah, the Garvin-Oak 20-year. I've actually heard good things about Garvin-Oak. I have not had it yet. I've got a couple friends in Ireland who have, and they've been enjoying it.
Yeah. Who makes Garavag 20 year?
Oh, I think Sazerac owns it.
Of course they do.
Um,
We are all Sazerac.
yeah, Sazerac owns it.
It's like we are all Groot. We're all Sazerac.
Yeah. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm trying to think if it's Great Northern or if it's Bushmills. I'm not sure. Who? Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
that's
Lock
cinnamon.
Gill. That's who owns the brand is Lock Gill.
That cinnamon spice punch at the end is no joke. That's awesome. That has the longest finish easily. That thing's still going.
Oh yeah, it goes for a while.
That easily has the best finish, which like brings it up a notch. I was a little bit underwhelmed in the beginning, but I'm like, wait, this finish is no joke. This takes it up a notch in my book. I don't think it's
spice, or do you think it's proof?
I still don't think it's a high proof though. I mean, if it is, I'll be this is one that if it's a super high proof, I'll be surprised because I'm not getting, unless it's just the way it drinks, I'm not getting like this big high proof. Because usually how I test proof is, and this is my little trick, I don't know how you do it, but as soon as it hits my tongue, I'll hold it there, just right in front of my tongue, because I feel like that's what picks up proof for me. If it tingles and if it's giving me like I call it the Pop Rocks effect, I feel like that clues me into being a high proof. This isn't doing it for me, yet it's doing the Pop Rocks effect on the back end, which is messing with me.
I might try that because I mean, usually where I fail, especially in like the bourbon, the couple of times I've gone on Hello Again Whiskey Friends, is getting proof. Yeah. Because I drank this one that they gave me and I'm like, wow, that's like 80 proof. And it was like 120.
Yeah.
So I'm like, clearly I have an issue.
Yeah, clearly I give a go proof.
Oh yeah, they do a through as well. Yeah. Talk about Lock Gill.
I don't know. I'm gonna. I don't even know where to go with proof. You know what? This is like 130 proof. I wouldn't be surprised, but it drinks like it's like 110, at least for my palate.
110. Do you want to go 110 or 130?
I'm gonna say 110.
110. Okay.
But if it's 130 with that spice, I will not be surprised. But I feel like if they're I feel like 2 drinks like a high proof. I feel like this drinks like something that's a lower proof, but with a lot of spice. That's at least what my gut's telling me, but I probably am wrong, but we'll see. Yeah,
James, Hawks Rock is their new name. I guess they didn't want to get Lock Gill didn't want to get confused with Lock Ree. Personally, I'm not a fan of the new name, but I don't own it, so. Not that Pop Rocks dates anyone.
Hey, they still have Pop Rocks. It's delicious.
They still make them. All right. The last one is the darkest.
That is the darkest. I'm excited.
Very pretty color.
Oh, my. Okay. This has some depth and it has some age. Ooh. Oh, my God. God, it's like a Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
There's chocolate. There's a super sweet jamminess to it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm getting some fruitiness on that.
Yeah, it's pretty jammy. I feel like I am getting some like peach or apricot, but it's like grilled. It's like cooked down. It's like caramelized.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that thing smells heavenly. Just fill up a bathtub. Let me take a little rest. Oh, okay.
A lot going on that one.
All right. Stacy sent me something old. That's got some age to it. It's got some age. The oak, that is easily the sweetest oak I've had on all of them. That has some really aged but sweet oak profile to go with that deep, rich, that jammy candy note. But it's got this old like funkiness to it that just kind of clues me into it being definitely an older whiskey. As far as like what age, man, that's really, really incredible. I don't think the proof is high on that at all. This is I think is the lowest proof of the bunch. But man, is it rich. Again, just goes to show you like you don't need to be 180 proof in order to have richness.
Yeah. And that's why I tell people, there's a lot of Irish whiskey out there available, and a lot more available in the U.S. today than say even just 5 years ago. So there's a lot to experiment with, and a lot outside of that quintessential Irish whiskey, the shortbread cookie, what everybody expects, like a Red Rose 12.
Yeah.
A lot of variety.
This is like
Amy's got that one. Thanks. We're gonna have a pour of this one.
Amy's got this one. Oh, Amy.
Amy's got this one too.
This is like a oh my gosh, how do I explain this? It's like this combination of like apricot, peach, maybe a slight pineapple note. Everything
I'm
is
getting like a pineapple. Yeah.
everything is caramelized, but then it's like coated with like it's got a drizzle of like a black raspberry like jam on top. And then the back end gives you like the most beautiful just oak that just stretches all the way through. That is delicious.
This brand is kind of known for having a very good finish.
And that's the thing, like the finish is completely different than the one we had. The one we had before it is still easily the longest finish, but the finish on this last one has the most depth and the most layered.
I would agree with that. Yeah. This I think out of the lineup probably has the most complexity of all of them.
Oh, for sure. Hands down.
Yeah. Yes, you know what, Diego? There isn't anything wrong with Tullamore Dew. I've had many a pour Tullamore Dew. The 12 year is a good one.
So you might, I don't even know if you still know about this Tullamore Dew, if they still even make it. Do you remember when Tullamore Dew came out with the Phoenix?
I have it over there.
It was like it's like a gray box, like a triple cask finish.
Yeah.
I still have that bottle. Like, so that was like the most expensive. When I bought that bottle at the time, it was like the most expensive bottle I ever bought. I was like, and I loved it. So I saved it. I still have it.
I just cracked my backup. So I need to get another backup.
Do they even make it?
No, they discontinued it years ago.
That's what I thought.
So if you find them, grab them.
Okay.
So that one and the Power Signature bottle are the two that are discontinued that if I find them, I always snap them up.
So I have to call out Donald Rance. He got me hooked on the Powers lineup and how good that lineup was for the money, especially
it's a bargain.
It's the John's Lane and some of those. I mean, incredible.
Have you had the John's Lane cask strength? I almost included that in here, but I didn't know if you'd already had it.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Okay, I thought you've had it.
I love it.
Tom says he always got barbecue smoked pulled pork on the first sip.
Of the one we're drinking?
Yeah.
I could see that. There is a very dark, but again, it's almost like that. I could see pulled pork, but with like pineapple.
Yeah. I get more like peaches and brown sugar and spice in a pan, like when it's just slightly starting to burn.
Exactly. Or like I said on a barbecue, which maybe is where I'm kind of pulling in that like smokiness, but yeah, everything is just like cooked down, but there is like there's this like tartness to it almost. It's like a pomegranate or like a blackberry syrup. There's something in there that's giving it like the darkness, the dark fruit punch on top of all the grilled like pineapple and peach and apricot. But then the oak profile in the end is so just, I mean, it's so luxurious. It tastes so good. Oh my Lord. I mean, that's easily my favorite. I don't know what that is, but was the
one I picked that was probably going to be your favorite.
You could just pencil in number 5 as Jason's favorite, right?
Number 5 is number 1.
That thing is delicious. I don't use delicious very often, but that's delicious. That's better than delicious. Just saying.
When I sent these out, that's what I kind of figured.
Yeah. Holy crap.
So what do you think the age and ABV is on that one?
Age on this. I think this has some age to it. I'm going to say I'm just going to give a nice round number. I'm going to say 25. That thing has a lot of depth to it, I think. I'm going to say, I think it's somewhere in that 20 to 25 range, but I'll go on the high end. I'll say 25 years old.
Okay.
Proof on it. It's not giving me a lot of proof, but I still love the depth of it. I'm going to say that's. I've drank some pretty spicy pours, so I don't know where my proof meter is right now. Though, putting that super spice monster ahead of this last one was diabolical. So I'm gonna go with this last one. I'm gonna say it's like 105.
105.
I don't want to say like 90. Like if it's 90, maybe, but
I mean, and that would make sense with a 25-year Irish because the proof goes down. So that would make sense.
Yeah, the proof goes down. Especially, even Scotch's proof goes down with some of these older casks. So I'll say like 105.
Yeah, I didn't want to put sample 4 in front of 3 because I thought that would completely blow your palate for 3.
Oh yeah, 3. Yeah, 3 would have been murdered. Yeah. Yeah, but like, okay, so to rank these, holy crap. I think I have an easy number 2, and I think that's number 2.
Number 2?
I love it. I love the darkness of 2. I'm actually starting to get like I go back to the nose on 2, and I'm starting to get like a dark berry on 2 to go with that chocolate.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because of number 5, but I'm starting to get like it smells like I go to Grater's.
Mm-hmm.
And I always get the same. I always get the same thing every time I go to Grater's ice cream.
You know the black cherry chip.
I get the black raspberry chip with some little bit of hot fudge on it, and that's
exactly what it smells like.
I got like black raspberry chip. Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say like chocolate covered cherry. Yeah, but that's it exactly.
That's number 2.
It's that black raspberry chip.
Yep.
Hey, Emily.
Hey, what's up? AFK. Doesn't that mean away from keyboard?
I think that does mean away from keyboard. And I only know that because of the Big Bang Theory.
Me too. That's how I knew it. Sheldor AFK. As far as my other ones go, I think 1 is my least favorite. Just the finish for me has I don't know. There's an off note for me on number 1, and maybe if it's like that winey, if it's like some sort of wine finish, I think it's just giving me like that, again, like that tinny, maybe like a little bit of a bitter note that I'm not too crazy about. But now between 3 and 4,
I think 1 was the most drying too on the finish.
Yeah, for sure. So number 1 is my last place.
So now you have to pick between 3 and 4.
I think I got to give it to 4 because that finish is relentless. I think 4 is going to be my 3rd place.
Okay.
And then 4th place goes to number 3.
All right.
I cannot wait to find these out because these are all so different, but yeah.
Okay, so your last place was number 1.
Yep.
You said you thought it was a single pot still, and that you thought it was 100 proof. Did you have an age on this one?
Let me try it again real quick.
Okay.
I think it's definitely on the younger side. I would say 8 to 10.
Okay.
And I do think there's some weird wine finish on it.
So it does have a finish.
Okay.
That is Oloroso.
It's Oloroso?
Oloroso.
Why is that so weird for Oloroso?
This is let me see when it was recast. 13-year.
Okay.
So this is a 2012 Bushmills Causeway Collection Oloroso Sherry single malt.
Causeway.
This is in Australia for Whiskey Club Australia release. Gorgeous color.
What's the proof on that?
This proof is 57.6. No, 51.6. 51.6.
Oh, so it's 102.
Yeah.
All right.
So you were spot on proof.
I was right there. Nice.
Yeah. I picked this one. So I was lucky enough to get to see Chris Tassel and Lilith Morgan last month. And they picked me up a couple of these releases. And I said this one because when I was in Ireland talking to Alex Thomas, she was most excited about this one because it had just dropped. And they call this one Christmas cake.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see the Christmas cake. I mean, that Oloroso, Ben. I don't know. I was getting more of a grapey I don't know. I just wasn't getting like the nuttiness notes that I normally get in Oloroso on that one for some reason.
I do a little on the nose, but I don't really on the palate.
Yeah.
I don't on the palate.
And I totally agree. When you go back, it's definitely the most drying for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely drying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get a little oakiness on that one on the finish. So I mean that makes sense. But I enjoy it. Yeah. The Bushmills Causeway releases. If you ever have an opportunity to get one, they're basically cast strength Bushmills. So they're always really good and really interesting.
So my fourth place was number 3.
Number 3.
It was super vanilla. I'm actually getting like a melon note on that one too now.
So vanilla is going to make sense when you see what this is.
So this is I'm guessing X bourbon. What did I wrote down 115 for the proof.
You said 115. The proof is 59.4. ABV is 59.4.
Oh. Okay.
So you were pretty good on proof on that one too.
Close-ish, but
this is yeah.
Wait, hold on. Age. What's the age on this one? It's got a lot of deep, rich flavors to it. I'm gonna say 12 on this one.
So this is a blend.
Okay.
I don't know the age of all of them, but I do know the youngest is 8 years. So there probably is some 12-year whiskey in here.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty bold.
If not older.
Okay.
Vanilla is going to make sense because what you are drinking is a Jameson.
That was a JMO? Wow.
This is a Jameson. So this is a special Jameson that was picked out by Billy Lighton for the Middleton Barrel Club in 2023. This is ex-bourbon barrels, virgin American oak barrels, and Oloroso sherry butts.
I got no Oloroso in that.
Yeah, so this is a blend of,
I did not, but man, that virgin oak, woo,
yeah,
that has to be carrying that spice, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's where all that spice is coming from. Well, and a little bit because it's a pot still blend, so it's a blend of grain.
The pot still for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a special one, and I was starting to get to the bottom, and I'm like, I want to share that one with you.
That's delicious. It's definitely it's a sweeter profile, but the vanilla is very heavy on that. And now I'm getting a melon note when I go back to it, which is pretty interesting.
Or I'm sorry, this was picked out by Kevin O'Gorman.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin O'Gorman, the master distiller, picked that one out.
Writing these down. That's nice.
All right. So that one was, next one you said was number 4?
Yeah, number 4 was my third place.
This one is another special one. So the proof on this one is...
Wait, what did I guess?
You guessed 110.
And that easily has the longest finish for sure.
Yeah, it is 59.1%.
What is it?
59.1.
Okay. So actually, it's a little bit more than 110. Well, and I said that would make sense if it was. I just wasn't sure where that spice level was at. I think that's like 15 years old.
You're not too far off.
What is it at?
This is a 10-year.
Really?
So this is a Redbreast 10-year-old cast strength. So this was a special release. The last time we had seen a 10-year-old Redbreast was actually 71 with Gilbey's. And in 2021, Redbreast resurrected this for the 30-year anniversary. This was actually, we got the small batch here in the US. This was an Irish release.
Oh, I remember when that happened.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing photos of that, and I was like, I want that.
Yeah, that's that one. Yeah. This is my second one. It's really good. Yeah. So this one, traditionally, there's 3 different types of pot still that Middleton uses. It's the lighter pot still, medium pot still, and the heavy, what's referred to as a trad pot still.
Yeah.
And this one incorporates all 3. So you get those oily, super spicy, almost like a leathery, leather like tobacco note.
It easily has the best mouthfeel.
Oh,
the spice driven aspect of it, I love. That might be my favorite Redbreast I've ever had. Like, that's delicious. Like, well, let me scratch that. Redbreast 27-year, the first batch.
The first batch.
That's a very special bottle. But that one you're holding might be my second one.
And I've got that 18-year that single cast behind me, and I'd probably have to put them side by side. Do a blind.
Like I like this that bottle you're holding totally comes off like an older whiskey with the depth it has.
Yeah.
But holy crap, that is delicious.
Super oily. Yeah.
Yeah. The oiliness and the oiliness in the finish got me. That thing is a hitter. That's ridiculous. That's on the Mount Rushmore Redbreast for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Amy bought it at the Palace Bar. Yeah.
Oh.
So you can still find these on auction sites. They produce 7,000 of them. So there's quite a few still floating around on auction sites.
Well, I'm writing that one down to
Middleton. Well, Middleton did. They did a little confusion because they have a new edition of a Redbreast 10. However, it's called the Distillery Edition. It's different.
Okay.
That one has been proofed down to 43%, and it has a PX finish added to it. You want the cast strength one.
Cast strength. And I'm sorry, what was it? So that was like around 118 about?
Yeah, 59.1%.
118. Okay. I'm writing.
I know I don't do proof. I always whenever I do a bourbon, I got to get my calculator out.
I'm on the hunt for that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. I can give you some auction sites where I know they pop up.
Yeah, let me know.
Like frequently.
Oof.
Yeah.
I think it's a hitter. Okay.
I'll probably chase down another one of those when this is out. I'm about halfway on that one.
Number 2 is my second favorite.
Okay, number 2, you said 120 proof.
I said 120 proof, but I said I think hold on. Now this either has some like crazy age to it or it's just the malt they use because this blackberry, raspberry, chocolate chip.
Oh, thank you, James. James is my in-chat calculator.
There you go, James.
Yeah. I'm serious. Every time I'm in a bourbon blind where I have to guess the proof, I literally bust out my calculator. I'm like, just this times 2. I don't know.
There's such a chocolatey blackberry vibe to this. And I'm trying to think, have I ever had an Irish whiskey like that? Or is this the one in the flight that's not an Irish whiskey?
I didn't do that to you. I did it to Whack and I did it to
okay. I was just wondering if you did it to me. Because I was thinking, I'm like, is this an American single malt? Because I usually pull a lot of chocolate from American single malt. So if you said that was an American single malt, I would not be surprised. But I'm guessing this is some kind of either like double charred barrel where you're getting this really like chocolatey influence from the barrel, or is it like a roasted malt? Because this isn't something you get in that coffee note. It's not something you get in Irish whiskey every day.
No, stout finishes usually. Like if it's an imperial stout.
Yeah, so I said it tasted like a stout. Is it a stout finish? Oh my god, it's not?
No.
I was gonna say, is this the Jameson cast strength stout finish one that they did?
No. No.
I would have flipped out, but go ahead. What is it?
So what do you think the age on this is?
I don't know. It's got a lot of punch. I don't think it's that old.
So you have actually had something similar before to this.
Okay.
A year ago, when I had you and Leanne on, I gave you guys a little sample from the warehouse, from this distillery. It's still in the experimental stages.
Okay.
They finished it and bottled it. So what you are drinking is Copeland Distillery 25.1 chocolate malt.
There it is. Chocolate malt. I said chocolate malt.
Yep. 5 years old.
5 years old.
Cast strength at...
So I said 120. What's it at?
58.6.
Another one like around 116, 117. Yeah, 117 and change.
Yeah. Double distilled chocolate malt.
There you go.
Yeah. I love Copeland. They're doing such great stuff.
That is so good.
Isn't that good? Yeah. Oh. So that is the finished version. Well, the one I gave you guys last year had Oloroso, had aged in an Oloroso Firkin.
What is that finished in?
This isn't finished in anything. Just a bourbon cask.
That's just bourbon?
Mm-hmm. Just
bourbon. Where the hell is that raspberry blackberry note coming from? That's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just I think it's virgin oak too. First fill American bourbon to virgin.
Well, I mean,
there is an Oloroso quarter in here, so it is the same. Yeah, so that's Oloroso's where that's coming from.
Okay, so that's all right. So that's for that blackberry.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes me feel better. Thank you.
That font is so
I was
tiny.
like,
I've
what
owned
kind
it for
of
like a year and just noticed that.
God? I was like, what kind of friggin' Harry Potter Virgin Oak raspberry thing are they using to get that
So
note
this
in
is
it?
literally the finished version of the one I sent you
Oh my God.
last year. It's so good. Copeland
It's
is
so
good.
good.
Yeah, they're releasing some amazing stuff right now.
All right, Copeland. Oh, okay, well, that makes me happy that I picked out like chocolate malt or
Yeah.
some kind of roasted malt because that's what it. Yeah, that's totally what I got.
Yeah, the
So,
chocolate and coffee notes, yeah,
yeah,
that's
for
it.
sure.
Chocolate malt.
That's awesome. All right, my number one. Hold
Okay.
on. I said 25 years old. I said 10. What I say 105.
105.
105. I said 25. I said if I could guess, let me see if I can get this one down. As far as like, I'm definitely guessing Oloroso here.
Okay.
Could be an Oloroso PX combo because it's pretty sweet. But if you told me this was also like a straight up like a Merlot or like a Cabernet, like a red, like a deep rich red wine finish, I would probably believe you too. It could be some port. There's a very deep rich. I'm just gonna stick with a sherry. I think this is a very heavy sherry finish on this. Yeah, some great age. This thing is delicious. What do we got?
Okay, so it's not PX and it's not Oloroso and it's not port.
Wow, is it Amontillado?
It is your favorite. Palo Cortado.
Palo Cortado. How did I forget about my baby Palo Cortado?
So this is a 12-year Dunville's. This is a single malt. This is a Palo Cortado finished single malt. This one was done for an Irish whiskey club that I'm in. So this was a single cask, 58.4%. And when you were on last year, I know that you said you love Palo Cortado. I gave you the 23 year, so we thought we'd see what you thought of the 12 year.
There's no way that's 12 years old. You're lying.
12 years old. Dunville.
12 years old?
Things with sherry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dunville, 12 year. That, out of all the pours, that blows my mind. That's ridiculous.
I have another one of their 12 year, another single cask that was done for another group. Same Palo Cortado finish, tastes completely different. Completely different.
Like not as good as that one?
I don't know. It just depends. It's just different notes. That one's more what I expect on a Palo Cortado. The other one, where it's the butter, like almond butter cookie, Danish butter cookie kind of thing. This one, I think, kind of throws some other stuff in there with the fruit. So it doesn't necessarily drink exactly like a Palo Cortado.
Damn.
Not like a typical Palo Cortado that I get.
Yeah, I'm not like, I don't. Honestly, if I lean towards a sherry, I probably was thinking PX more than anything because it is very sweet.
Yeah.
But that whatever oak influence they pulled, I don't know if it's coming from the Palo Cortado or wherever they aged it. It's got like this dunnage type of like funk to it on the back end, which just made me think it was way older. That's incredible for a 12-year product. That's really, really good.
Dunville's every year at the Irish Whiskey Awards, they get top honors every single year for their whiskeys.
Dunville.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only one we get here in the U.S. That we don't get in Ohio, but we do have it in the U.S. at some shops is the Dunville's 10-year PX. Their entry-level PX is still 46% ABV. It's phenomenal. I know the Canadians got the 12-year. I love that 12-year bottle. That one's great too.
Dude, 10-year Palo Cortado.
Yeah. I have some friends that are going to Ireland in a couple months, and I've told them, like, they asked me if they could bring me anything. I said, yeah, at the airport, the Dunville's airport bottle.
Can you tell them to add Jason to the list? I'll do naughty things to get that.
Yeah.
I would love a bottle of that. I'll trade you a bottle of my drum key.
Okay. I can do that. I can get one. Yeah.
I have a drum key rye coming out, which I think you would actually love.
I love rye.
Yeah.
I love rye. That's actually the bottle that I got from Two Stacks here recently that I'm just in love with. It was a historic mash bill because it's 100% Irish rye finished in a Wild Turkey rye cask.
Yeah, my drum key rye is releasing next week. It's a blend of Green River cast strength rye and MGP rye. I think it's like 8 to 9 years, 8 or 7, 8, 9 year. And then it's been finished in an Elijah Craig 23-year barrel.
Wow.
So it's got, there's some heft to it. So yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Well, thank you for joining me. I'm glad you like these.
This was so good. Yeah, really, really eye opening. I think I'm the most surprised at that last one. That last one I really thought was like a really like an older whiskey, but the way it drinks, it's just so elegant and so beautiful. And I really did think it was a lower proof. It doesn't drink. I don't think it drinks at all. But again, I was coming off number 4, which was a spice bomb.
Yeah, number 4 is
Again,
that. It's that trad pot with a lot of baking spice on that one.
yeah, that thing is like I just love like that chipotle pepper it has on the back end of number 4. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I think you nailed it. Cinnamon Red Hots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cinnamon red hot. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well, thank you so much,
except
Stacey.
for the Copeland, they're all about the same age.
Yeah, every time you send samples, it's really cool. And I'm glad I was able to jump on with you.
Yeah,
I
me
know,
too, me too.
yeah, like I said, it was you actually had really good timing because I was traveling last weekend. You're like, what about the next weekend? Like, okay, I'm home. So
Yeah, I'm gonna take a break after this.
yeah,
It's busy last couple of months.
I just want to be home and just like chill out for a little while and focus on content and stuff. But the traveling last month's been a little nuts. So
Yeah. Wayne, the Redbreast at the 12-year at the duty free shop. Yeah, look for the Quattro Barrias. It's a purple label. That's the Redbreast it's at the Dublin Airport and the Shannon Airport.
Yeah, that Redbreast 10-year cast strength. If you could message me where that is, if you find it,
I can do that.
Know. I have to add that to my collection. That thing is delicious.
You know, one I almost, excuse me, I almost slipped in here, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that to him. I'm going to throw the 10 in this time because you hadn't had it. Was the 15 cast strength, but I'm like, I know you like that one.
Oh yeah, I love that one. Yeah, I mean, the 15 cast strength. I think the mouthfeel on that Redbreast is better though.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. And it's the addition. It's the addition of that third kind of pot still.
And yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If it's just a blend of those 3 different components together that just give it that texture. That's incredible. It's just
it's the heavier trad pot in this.
I think other than like one of the older Dare Gaelics I've had, that's probably the most viscous Irish whiskey I've ever had, which is saying a lot because some of those Dare Gaelics are really special.
Yeah, you could throw this one, like I said, in a lineup with Redbreast single casks, and honestly, it could stand up on its own.
For sure.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you guys. Make sure you check. I think Kilco is live right now. Make sure you check him out, and we will see you next week.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.